Okay, I will very slowly start. So welcome everyone. Welcome to this B2B matchmaking event, the first one of 2025. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Giulia Zampedri. I'm Business Development Manager at the European Digital SME Alliance, and I'll be moderating today's event. So today's event is about digital solutions for energy efficiency and energy saving. It's co-organized by the European Digital SME Alliance together with European Entrepreneurs CAPME. We're very happy to see many companies showing interest in this topic. I'm looking forward for a session full of great pitches and yes, just companies creating very interesting solutions in the field. Very briefly about the agenda. So we will have some introductory remarks by my colleague Justina Bieluskaite, Innovation Director at Digital SME. Hello, Justina. Then we will have a small fireside chat about how digital solutions can support improving energy efficiency. And we will have Eugenio Bertino, CEO of Houseme, Italian company, and Imants Martinsons, board member and future mobility manager at the Green Tech Cluster Latvia. After that, we will have a technology showcase by companies. So we'll have 3 companies pitching their companies. And here with us today, we have Stefano Sanfilippo from STAM, Christos, okay, this is difficult to pronounce, I'm very sorry, Christos Iokeimidis, CEO and co-founder of Intellig, and Ivano Aloisi, CEO of Imud. After that, I'll talk for a bit, only for 5 minutes, and I'll just remind you how the platform works, because after this first part, we will have matchmaking sessions. So if you booked one-to-one meetings, you will have the chance to have these meetings. You should have received an email with your one-to-one meetings recap earlier, like 1 hour ago. I'm going to send another one after this first part, so you have all the links. In case you don't know how to access your one-to-one meetings, you can just go to our matchmaking platform, and in the event page, you will end up in the My Agenda part or Agenda, and then you click on My Agenda tab, and there you can access all the recap of the meetings with the links to connect. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things at the same time. I just wanted to send you the link so you have it. Yeah, sorry, not very good at multitasking here. That said, I'll give the floor, sorry, I'm here, to Justina for the welcoming remarks. Justina.
Thank you very much, Julia, and good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to see all of you in this matchmaking session. I think that if you are here today, you definitely know the importance of digitalization to all our sectors. So we speak about enhancing efficiency, reducing costs, making production more resilient, more sustainable, and so on. This is all the power that can be unlocked by using digital technologies in all sectors. This is why we are organizing a series of matchmaking events together with our very important partner, CAPME, that was very instrumental into working with us and putting together this series. So as you know, there have been plenty of different sectors we covered before, and now today we are here to speak about energy efficiency. So digitalization is definitely important in all these sectors. However, in energy efficiency, I think we are really in extremely burning situation. We have a winter with least snow in the history. So here we understand how much we need to put effort in all the areas available to ensure that we reduce our carbon footprint, and here energy efficiency and ensuring that comes into play. So it's not only about your businesses per se, but it's also on our sectors to bring something to society and to the world as well. So we have a big issue here, an immediate issue, and we have a part of solution that can, of course, besides all the rest of innovation, can come through digital technologies. So we've seen in our membership a number of very, very interesting cases, and some of them, as presented by Julia, will be here also today to give a bit of inspiration and ideas of what else can we do with digital technologies, what technologies we can use. So starting with monitoring analytic tools using big data to predictive maintenance, usage of IoT, AI and machine learning, flexible pricing models that again are enabled through AI algorithms, and so on and so forth. I remember even years ago that when sustainability was perhaps just starting to enter the debate, we met a company in one of the member states that was a startup doing something extremely simple. It was time that we started introducing smart energy meters, and we realized that those have more memory capacity than usually is needed for smart meters, and that can be used connecting different memory capacity through a few meters into providing a bigger capacity to some other tools, servers, and so on. It looks like a very, very simple solution, but the startup has succeeded to scale to a large extent with something extremely small that really can change a little bit the approach that we have in the sector. So starting from these very, very simple small changes and small first step to very important and big solutions. We had our European Green Digital Coalition that was ran by Digital SME, and you can still find more information about that online, whereby we implemented large pilots with, for example, ports. Port of Livorno was one of them participating there, and that showed how much digital technology can change in overall consumption of energy, in efficiency of how we use the energy we have, and in overall reducing the carbon footprint. So that being said, it's very, very important that you guys meet and you talk between energy and companies and digital companies, and you find the next step to move forward with these important goals that we have with our companies and towards European society. So having said this, I'm very happy to start this event, and I pass the word back to you, Julia.
Thank you so much, Justina. Okay. Now sorry, I'm checking time as well. Moving to this second part of this session. As I mentioned before, we have a fireside chat about digital solutions and how they can support energy efficiency. So we have here with us Eugenio and Imants. Thank you for being here. And I'll just jump into it if you don't mind. Then maybe you can introduce yourself and give a little bit of background. But maybe let's start from Imants. So you're based in Latvia. You work for a cluster in Latvia focusing on green. So maybe a little bit about Latvian ecosystem and what kind of activities you have in terms of energy efficiency, and maybe also jumping into another question I wanted to do later, but why not now? Also activities your cluster is doing in this specific area.
Thank you, Juliet. Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to speak to such a big audience on energy efficiency. It's a super important topic to us, to the Green Tech cluster in Latvia. So as said, my name is Imants Martinsons. I represent the Green and Smart Technology cluster in Latvia, but we go by Green Tech cluster because it's shorter that way. But yes, as you mentioned, energy efficiency in Latvia, it's a big topic. As the Commission has said, energy efficiency should be taken as one of the first steps. It's the long hanging fruit. If we want to be more efficient, have less costs, reduce emissions, etc. So it's a long hanging fruit, and I do totally agree on that. And I'm a simple person. If I don't have to, if I can do less and make it easier, why not do it, right? We're all human, and in this sense, energy efficiency is perfect. If we want to reduce costs, this is the way to go. And it's great to see that we have so many innovators in the field, SMEs and startups doing new technologies, as we're gonna hear later on today as well. And the same case as here in Latvia. There's many great companies, international companies that provide services, and they want to get to the user, to the other manufacturing companies or municipalities whom they could sell their technology to make profit. And the other side, they want to reduce cost, of course. And even though it's such a logical choice and the return on investment can be super easy calculated, like you're gonna get return on investment in 6 months or a year if you do this energy efficiency activity, it does not work as easy as we think. It will, at least here. And of course, that's why we have different kind of support mechanisms in place just to boost it, especially for companies. We have very nice instruments in place where companies apply like 100K investment, and if they properly implement their energy efficiency activities, they get a cut from the loan, which is the 100K, for instance. They get a cut from it like 30%. So they instantly get a 30,000 benefit, and they have their energy efficiency activity in place, and they're gonna break even faster. So that's what we do nationally to promote energy efficiency. It works really good. It's a good mechanism, and that side, to my mind, is working nicely, which is not maybe, and that's where the human side comes into place, because as I said, we're all human. Is the municipal side, and it's the municipalities, for instance. That's our money. It's your money, my neighbor's money that goes into the budget of the municipality, and they spend it. And it's not comprehensible if why all municipalities have not yet implemented all possible energy efficiency activities, especially if they can be calculated on business cases. Case studies, that if you do this in a year's time, you're just gonna make profit on that. So this is, in my perception, not okay. We're, as a cluster, also work on and educating those people, getting, as you do today, which is a great activity, matchmaking sessions in place with also municipal actors that see this is how it works, this is easy, do it, and you're gonna save money in the long run. So this is something where we could be more proactive and more focused. So that's the big picture, what's happening in Latvia in national level. I hope I didn't stretch too far outside of the scopes of the question.
No, thank you so much, Imans. Actually, maybe, okay, we heard about Latvia. Eugenio is from Italy, so it would be great to hear a little bit how Italy is proceeding, if it's similar, different. So Eugenio, if you want to tell us a little bit more, and also a little bit about the company and what you do. I know.
Yes, of course. Yes. Thank you, Julia. Yeah, like that's a very good point. I am indeed from Italy. I am Eugenio, and CEO and co-founder of HouseMe. And what we are trying to do is to actually not work only for Italy. Italy was our starting point, and that's where we are validating our technology and our mission in order to make the real estate market more efficient and greener. And we can wait to reach out to Latvia as well, and to any other European countries, because that's what we are all about. In fact, indeed, HouseMe is a technology solution that wants to evaluate instantly home renovation projects, both for private people that needs to renovate their homes, both for businesses that wants to renovate their to automate their processes in doing that, and we focus on, of course, energy renovations and deep energy renovation of those real estate. So if you can go to the next slide, please, Julia. I will introduce a bit more the opportunity we're talking about. So I guess everybody here knows what all of this is about. The European target of carbon neutrality is not too far away anymore, and all of that concerning this specific energy, because as we all acknowledged, energy efficiency can be spread in many industries. One of the biggest one is exactly the real estate market. And so in order to achieve this carbon neutrality goal, we will see and witness a global European renovation wave that will then be linked to finance taxonomy in order to finance those operations, like Imans was saying before, green loans, and then also non-financial reporting directive that will increase the attention to the companies that will do and carry on those works. So next slide. In order to give you precise and tangible data towards this topic, it's 1 trillion euro, the total amount of market value that will reach by 2026. Why disclosure? Because as you all know, there is a directive led by the European Commission called the European Performance Building Directive. In Italy, we call it a Case Green, that will oblige all the member states to renovate their own stock, residential stock. Why is that? Because more than 40 million houses and apartments in all Europe are completely inefficient. We are talking about more than 17% in energy class F and G, which are the lowest possible. And if focusing on Italy, we are also very close to that number. So even almost 80% of our residential stock is completely inefficient. And if you think about it, Italy is also one of the countries closer to the equator. Like our heat map is also not that bad, even though despite that, we still have a very inefficient stock. So why are we like in front of this opportunity this big? That's why we invented HouseMe. So if you, Julia, can go on to the next one. We found a huge problem in front of this opportunity, and this problem lies exactly at the very beginning of the renovation process, and I'm talking about the quotation. So quotations, especially for companies and professionals, is very expensive. They spend more than 20 hours every time they need to quote and evaluate our home renovation projects, and they convert less than 5% of those projects. Why is that? Also because the clients themselves, so people like us, they want to renovate their homes, and we are spending so much money in energy and the consumption of electricity and heat. We don't get proper quotations by those companies, and also like these quotations for a company can account for more than 1,000 euro, even though they don't convert the final project at the end of the day. So that's why we invented HouseMe. Please next slide. Which is a software as a service platform that wants to automate completely the whole quotation process for both the players, B2B and B2C. If Julia can go next to the other slide, I will present you our two solutions. So HouseMe is compelled by two different type of calculations that can boost the energy renovation of your home. So the first one is the calculation that we developed especially for private people that wants to understand a bit better their renovation and the opportunity behind it. So by simply entering the details of the property or the link of a house for sale, for example, on immobiliare.it, which is our main platform to sell properties. So when you want to buy a house and that house needs to be renovated, you just simply copy and paste the link there and specify your budget and the energy efficiency that you would like to reach. So in order to be in place for the European directive. And then in few seconds, we provide you with a full detailed report with all the costs and times, but especially with deductions that this member state applies on those type of renovations and the energy efficiency that you reach. So the energy class possible for you to reach, and also, of course, the average saving that you have in terms of economic value and also CO2 emissions. Next slide, please. The second solution is instead for businesses. So probably the main topic for this call. So we have developed this software, 98% precise on the whole calculations and very automated. It's almost instantaneous. So that by entering the data and now with our AI solution, just the picture of the floor plan, we are able to provide every kind of construction company and professional a full quotation and final quotation of the energy efficiency renovation of the residence in the house. Thank you so much. Go on. Just to showcase you the AI behind this technology, as I was saying, we are able to, just by uploading our floor plan, can be the worst of the worst type. So we tried it also with the Italian ones from the Catasto that are very, very ugly. We are able to recognize the spaces, read and collect all the structural data of the house and create a digital twin of the same house. And from that, just calculating and extracting all the data in order to calculate the renovation that you wish to have, creating also the project all digitally and immediately. Thanks. Next slide. I think that target users, it's pretty clear. I will go on and just to save time also for maybe other questions. This is a very interesting slide for you guys. We launched since April 2023, and since then we collected many people in Italy calculating their home renovations. And as you can see, almost all of them, they faced the same problem. So that they are having a very bad energy class, starting energy class, so F and G. So now I'm going to show you a bit the numbers, but it's a lot of homeowners that are seeking a renovation. We're talking about more than 250,000 people that so far have used our technology. And without going to the details of those numbers, I would like to jump maybe to our success stories, if that's okay. Then I can answer all the questions afterwards. So the first success story I would like to introduce you is the, let's say, renovation that we completed with Valentina Fradegrada. She is an influencer, a very famous influencer in Italy, and we renovated for her a villa in Bergamo. So she was the first actual client that, from calculating everything at the beginning and deciding to be connected with one of our companies, she then got a renovation quotation from one company of our network using our own software. And then she could finally complete the renovation of this villa, jumping like 2 energy classes. So she was starting from D and she reached the energy class correctly assessed for the Case Green directive. The second very good success story I can tell you about is the laboratory that we are carrying on with Credembanca. So in order to, as I was saying before, to assist the financial taxonomy in the financing of all those projects, we are giving the banks the tool and the API to assess all the benefits that their clients might have in renovating their homes. So I think I already took enough time. I just wanted to give you a very practical example of how we are trying to really turn a page right in this industry, and really hope that it has been of some interest and also gave a little perspective on this market.
Thank you so much, Eugenio. I think it's very interesting also, and the reason why I also thought about you for this session is that the solution you offer is very easy to understand, it's very digestible. So I think it's the perfect example to show a little bit what solutions are there. So thank you so much.
Julia. Thank you. Yeah. And by the way, if anybody needs to renovate their homes in Italy or they want to buy a house in Italy, check it out. It's very easy to use, as Julia said. And yeah, we like to make complex issues a bit more simple. Yeah.
Well, I think there could be a very big market for you in Belgium. So maybe check it out. So maybe going back to Imans for a last question. So we mentioned about the benefits of energy efficiency, return on investment, cost savings, and so on. But maybe just to conclude the session, if you would need to sell digital solutions, any type of digital solutions for a company or an end user, a person with a house, how would you sum it up in terms of benefits?
You know, Julia, what we like to say is show, don't tell. And this is also oftentimes the truth about digital solutions. It's digital, right? You can't show it. But in terms of energy efficiency, what we have done at the cluster is we have a demo house. It's a small modular house full with digital tech of our members of companies that said, hey, I want people to see how it works, if it's something that you install in your house or something that you want to showcase. And it's full of that. And there's tablets with use cases. So people, so businesses, general population or municipalities can come, see what's out there in the market and see the case studies with the benefits. And that's a good way to sell it if we want to sell those things. And it works nicely, so we can show and not only tell. So that's how I like to sell those things.
Thank you so much, Imans. I'll have to wrap up, unfortunately, the session, but maybe if there are any questions from the audience, you can just type them in the chat and maybe Eugenio or Imans can just, unfortunately, do the boring task of typing the answer rather than answering in person. And then after the event, I'll share the slides, share maybe also, if you don't mind, the contacts of the speakers. So if there is any follow-up or questions, you can get in touch. So I'd like to thank you, Eugenio and Imans, for
Thank you, Julia.
Today. And yeah, I'll move to the next session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, ooh, too fast, sorry. So the next part is really dedicated to showing you 3 companies that have solutions to increase energy efficiency. So without any further ado, I'll introduce Stefano Sanfilippo, Senior Project Engineer at STAM. Stefano, please, the floor is yours. Just let me know when you want me to click and change slide.
Okay. Now, thanks a lot, Julia, first of all, for the organization, to you and your colleagues. So, as Julia said, my name is Stefano Sanfilippo. I'm a Senior Project Engineer at a company that is called STAM. And yes, we have been invited to this session, and for me it's a pleasure to tell you a bit who we are, what we do, and what we are looking for. So, Julia, if you could go to the next slide, please. Okay, thanks. So, first of all, what do you do? So, we are an engineering and technology consulting company. We are located in Italy. We have several offices in the north of Italy and also in the south of Italy. At this moment, so we are more than 80 people. We are quite, let's say, young. So the average age is 34 years old. And we are established since 27 years. You can see some numbers about the turnover, the technologies, and the patented technologies. And also, we have won more than 88 European projects. So we are really active, even if we are a company in the research and development. And Julia, if you could go to the next slide, please. So in general, I try to summarize what we do. So we have mainly, let's say, 5 departments. the first department, that is the department of robotics and automation. So here in STAM we have a lab that take care about this kind of that has these competencies, and we do robotic from the hardware and the software point of view. Then we have a department, the Department of Digital Solutions. This department is the department that takes care. So we have the colleagues that are expert, let's say, in programming and take care about integration of software, development of software, and all these kind of topics. Then we have another department that is energy and sustainability. So this department works in different energy thematic. If I should mention two of them, I could say life cycle assessment, hydrogen, but we are also really active in biomass and other things. Then research and innovation services is a department that supports the innovation of companies. So there are companies that maybe would like to improve, innovate, and we offer also this kind of service. And then we have another department that is Department of Engineering Solutions. In this department, we work on one side on the defense field, and on the other side in the modeling and simulation. So if you could go to the next slide. So today I will present you two main, let's say, two solutions that we have developed. And of course, the development comes from the collaboration among the different departments that I just mentioned. We have the first one that is called Empower. So this is an energy management platform, and the objective is to integrate contextual data. So I'm talking about, for example, GIS data, BIM data, with real-time streams that can come from different sources, so smart meters, satellite data, and so on. And these solutions enables high-value data-driven services. So it could be real-time monitoring, smart control, predictive maintenance, and targeted energy efficiency. And is tailored for key stakeholder in medium and low voltage systems, and empowers utilities, business, energy managers to optimize their operation and to reduce cost and enhance sustainability. So this is the first solution that I wanted to present. And then Julia, if you could go to the next slide, please. We have another solution that is called ePredict. So this is an energy DSS, so a decision support system that we have developed in the simulation team. And here, what we do, we integrate the simulation in the sense that we model the different technologies that produce energy. We tackle the electricity, heating, and cooling. So let's say we could model the technologies, or we could, let's say, for example, for the photovoltaic, connect to API if needed in order to know the production at different location. And let's say the solution simulates the production part, but also the consumption. And in the consumption part, we use machine learning techniques, for example, to predict the consumption, and we can apply this kind of solution that at the end simulate production, consumption, and also supports in the, let's say, energy management optimization, integrating also the mobility that can work as a storage for the grid. And yes, we provide with this solution both simulation and also optimization. And yes, maybe we go to the next slide. That is also, we are almost at the end. So it's what are we looking for in general, why we are participating here. So first of all, to see what, to see the other presenters, what they are presenting and so on, but also to show you the solution that I just presented, and also maybe to get in touch with the new industrial partners, to find the new funding and investment prospects, technological collaboration, R&D collaboration, strategic partnership, market expansion initiative. So anything that could support us to grow and expand our competencies. So in the next slide, there is also my contact. If you would have any interest in any of the topic that I mentioned in the beginning, in any of the solution that I presented, or if you see any potential interest or collaboration, don't hesitate to get in touch. And yes, thanks for the attention. I hope it was interesting.
Yes, thank you so much, Stefano. It was very insightful. And yes,
Yeah.
we're going to share anyways your contact details, but also if you scheduled any meetings on the platform or anyway, let's say your profile on the platform will be there. So also in the future, maybe it could be helpful to find potential partners or explore synergies. Thank you so
Thank you.
much, Stefano. Again, if there are any questions to Stefano, of course, you can contact him via email or you can just type in the chat and I'm sure he will be happy to reply to any questions. Moving to the next speaker, we have Christos. Christos, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, so I will save
It's in the
everyone.
same, sure, Julia, thank you. It's in the same way as Archimedes, you know, Greek surnames means that they become from a certain region of Greece. So we are not actually exactly from the same, but it's IDIS, as we call the end of it. It's very close. So it's Ioarchimedes, Ioarchimedes in Greek. Therefore, thank you very much for your invitation.
Thank you for accepting it. The floor, I'll let you present. So the floor is yours.
Sure. Thank you very much. So, hello, everyone. I'm Christos Archimedes again from Interlig. Interlig is a company that has been created after many years of research, development, implementation in the academic world, myself being a professor in the smart cities, in the artificial intelligence and algorithmic part of it in the last 35 years. Along with my group, we decided to create the company in Athens in 2018, and we provide, as it states there, innovative solution for smart cities, which was the area that I have been working for a long time. And now in my company. Now the point is we have been able to create in the last 4 years our main product service. It's called CBEMS. It's a cloud-based software as a service tool for building energy management system that can really indeed for any kind of building rocket the energy environmental savings. And we have been able to prove that. And next slide, please. So we know the major problem, European Union and globally, it has to do with the building itself and the energy consumption. 40% goes to the buildings and 36% CO2 emissions. As you were stated before, a lot of the houses as well as the buildings, there's more than 75 of the buildings in European Union are inefficient. This corresponds to around 220 million that are in the European Union. And from all this, the bill at the end of the day, it has to do more than 80% on the HVAC and lighting, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, lighting. Therefore, we decided to be able to create a tool that has not been in the market as we have seen up to, as I mentioned before, a long time of research development and implementation. And we found out that if we make use of wireless communications, we can save a lot of money, 25% because of the installation. And then, of course, if we make use of the combination of generative AI along with machine learning techniques, we can have another 40%. Now, this is what we bring along with the fact that what CBEMS has added features that they can work independently, but at the same time also, depending the case. Therefore, we have been selected gratefully from the digital SME based on the fact that we have generated great data from our applications in various buildings and countries in the European Union to create a CO2 emissions calculator that can measure the CO2 emissions in a building while operating or in advance. Also, at the same time, we have been able to create an one day ahead energy demand response to forecasting, as we call it, with 85% accuracy based once again on generative AI and machine learning techniques. And also to be able to have a unique IoT platform that can integrate multiple micro renewables like wind, solar, storage, EVs, and so on. And all this together, if you combine them, you can have more than 60% of energy and 56% of CO2 emissions reduction, which is a huge amount right now for any kind, size, and complexity of building a sector. Next slide, please. So, as I said, it's a cloud-based. More information you can find regarding the tool itself and the website, as you can see. So what we can get from all this is the fact that we have faster, safer, more efficient, economic, easier for any building, and all this is scalable. You can see it has been patented, and you can see how it looks in the app as well on your PC. Next slide, please. So this is very simplistically what we do give to our customers, so to be able to have in 24 to 48 hours the budget itself, because we have been able to calculate what is required per square meter to how many sensors, so that we can say the budget immediately, or otherwise it depends from any kind of national cost, and this comes in just to fill what it was said before. So this is a very straight and forward and easy technique. Yeah, next slide, please. And this is how it works out, the CO2 emissions operator. As I mentioned before, the calculator, it can be different kind of building, as it's written there, in different kind of country. We only need some input, as it states there, the country, building type, surface area, what has been the energy used, how much was used, and when it was taken, and then we can find out how much this will be saved based on our tool. Next slide, please. So this is the energy demand response tool, as I mentioned before, that we have been able to calculate and prove and its validity, and now it is active in Belgium, 100,000 square meters of garden houses. Next slide, please. And this is the IoT platform that can integrate the different micro renewables, and we have been able to simulate this with prices, electricity and gas prices, and you can see it can work either standalone or grid connected, depending from the electricity price, so that really can save big money for the companies themselves. Next slide, please. So the market itself, we are in the SaaS market globally. We are operating as a company for different countries, Greece, Belgium, Luxembourg, and right now we have been dealing with Canada because we enter as in the facilities management on the residential sector. We provide a solution which is scalable based on the Amazon platform. Next slide, please. And of course, there are other companies on SaaS. We are competing with them, but what you can see here is the fact that we are the ones that can have so many at the same time with added features and with very high energy environmental savings. Next slide, please. And by the way, we haven't been able yet to be funded, and we are in the seed round funding. But the business model that we are making use, and just to add to the previous person that was talking about Latvia, we have been able to do that in the municipalities. We have been the first one in Greece. 3 years ago started. We know step by step all the process, and right now we're trying to apply all over European Union in different municipalities. So we are participating in different bids for being able to apply that in municipalities. And we know that municipalities really do not have a lot of things and know-how, to be honest. But at the same time, of course, we are in the private sector. The model has a very, very fast simple payback period, 1 to 2 years, and it is based on what characterizes us, which is on the license fee plus the hardware price, if it needed, because buildings might need or not sensors, plus a percentage of the energy savings for gold and platinum clients, which is usually medium large clients. Next slide, please. So these are the kind of work that we have been able to apply in Greece, Belgium, Luxembourg, and Spain, different kinds of buildings, different kinds of sectors, residential, offices, industry. And right now we are, again, the first one to go on a smart LED lighting in Athens on the 2 big road tunnels, along with 3 major companies on that, while we have been able to secure funding and for a public municipality of 20 buildings, 19 schools, 1 sports center. By the way, public usually the buildings that they are looking most municipalities are schools, sports centers, and offices. Next slide, please. So, real case, as it was before, and this is the amount of money we're looking to raise right now, 900,000 K, and it's mostly to be able to grow in more countries and to show what we are doing actually. So it's more on the marketing and sales. Next slide, please. And as I mentioned before, a very experienced team, myself along with the other co-founders and the people that we have been working for minimum 4 years up to 15 years together. So we are a very compact team. Next slide, please. And as I mentioned here, we have been collaborating with different innovation system incubators and so on, universities and companies and we are trying to expand. And what we are looking actually for from this presentation is not just to show you C-bench, but also to be able to create collaborations and to expand our company in countries and sectors that we are interested very much. And we do believe that we have the right software as a service for you right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Christos, for what did I type? Sorry, for the presentation. Again, if there are any questions, type them in the chat. And anyways, we'll have your contact details. We're a little bit running behind schedule, so I'll move to the last speaker for today. Today, as last speaker, we have Ivana Loisi, representing eMood. So,
Can you see me?
yes, I can
you
see
hear me
you.
as well?
Hello, Ivano. The floor is yours.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and also to listen the other projects that are really interesting to achieve together the challenge that we are working for. I represent eMood. eMood is an Italian startup. I'm the founder. I'm 37. I work on the energy sector since more than 10 years. And we want to solve a problem, that is the problem to provide the right information, the right tools for the end customer energy to speed up, to find solution for their energetic transition. So it's not directly linked to energy efficiency, but we work on the energetic transition to achieve data and provide solution to be more sustainable. Not only environmental speaking, but over financial speaking. How? For first, who we are. We are a team, a great team, right skill, because we have different experience, but we have the same vision. We have the same soft skill. We are trying to build something impactful in this topic, in this moment. That is one of the best moment in historical speaking for the energetic transition. We want to protect our planet, our business too. And so we have engineers, developers. I am an MBA graduated. There is Serena, she's a wonderful business developer all around the world. And we want together, we want to win this challenge, the challenge to decrease and to impact about the CO2 emission. How can we do this? And for what? Which is the problem? You can go ahead, Julia, if you want. Yeah, our mission is to provide tailor-made information for everyone to create a future, a better future for next generation. Because we are affecting a problem today. The problem is about the energy increasing cost and CO2 related. You can go ahead if you want. Okay. Today, the prices of the energy have been growing up over than 50%, and the energy demand is the best driver for the CO2 or GHG. We can mention GHG emission, and we want to impact positively using our platform, because a lot of people are searching for solution online and they don't find it. 70% of online users don't have a right tool, digital tool, to face this problem. And we are trying to decrease more than 40 gigaton per year using our platform. Which type of platform? I'm speaking about eMatch. You can go over. eMatch is for us our best solution. Is a digital platform to create and find opportunity using AI to process data and to find the best way, the best faster and cheaper way to be more sustainable using renewables energy, electric mobility solution, and other steps, as well as going in the energy transition for private users, for public administration, and also for companies, because they don't have internal skills to face this problem. So we want to complete, and we want to intervene in this moment. We want to offer them the right consultancy of using AI, offering also in the same time the best products with the right technology to act soon, faster. How? We are using ARIA for a new digital experience, a different digital experience for the users, that they can find the right information also speaking with our video bot. And because ARIA is trained with an LLM model, a generative AI, she can provide the right information for each one, tailor-made, depending on their area. You can go if you want. So the best, one of the best challenge we have is to decrease for not only for end users as a private user, but also for our partners, because our business model is to offer products from different partners that they have different technologies to produce green energy. And we want to offer them the best solution to decrease their cost per acquisition for each lead. So it is a new way to achieve information, not only for the end customer, for private customer or other type, but also for the partners, professionals, and other technicians in our sector. So it is just like a lead making generation, new lead making generation is a matchmaking between technical and end users. Basically, we want to create, in order to speed up this transition, a new type of marketplace to offer consultancy and then products. You can go. We can speak with a private customer. What's something is wrong? I don't know why. Okay.
I think it's my fault when I merge them. I'm sorry. I'll them before sending them. Sorry.
No problem. I can talk about. We have some different, as I mentioned, some different type of user. Private user can build new energy production systems to decrease their cost and their CO2 emission to around 3 tons per year each one. And also companies, they can intervene to decrease around more than 2,000 euro each year using green energy. The best technology today, the cheaper and the most new, is the solar technology, but we can offer also wind and micro hydro technology for the buildings that can install on their pumps. We have different type of technologies, and the new we have a lot of new partners that they can offer the new technologies. Speaking about renewables, we have someone that can provide also hydrogen in some place that where the government is allowed, and other places where maybe there are other type of technology as biomass production, or I don't know, depending on their area. The best depending on their area. You can go over. Thank you, Julia. One of our best challenge is to help the municipalities to rewrite their transition plan, because most of the transition plan I saw was finished around 2020, and now we have other green challenges, green aims for a Green Deal, for Paris deal, for I don't know, other type of deals made in COP, and we want to provide the best information for each municipality, because the municipality commons and other type of maybe region in Italy, they have the best challenge on this topic. They need to decrease million of tons each year because of carbon credits now. So we want to match their needs with European funding because they can find a great partner in their return of the investment in grants, in European grants or regional grants. You can go over. A lot of investors, they are searching for, they are scouting for the right asset, and we can help them using this platform. You can go, Julia. Our commerce can provide, as I mentioned before, products and services, products for the technology and services for the upselling or cross-selling of the partner sales. We're speaking about cleaning services, O&M services, insurance services, so all of the world that is around green energy technology. You can go. These are our similar competitors, because we don't have one real competitor in Europe in this moment. No one is providing a similar platform, but other companies can provide comparison or can sell products, or they are using a video AI bot for other scope. But we want to match them all in one, and this is their value on market. So the market is really huge and important. We can have mostly around 500 million of customers, because we have counted 500 million of meters, so point of delivery for the energy. You can go. Using our platform, we can preview to impact the decreasing of GHG production around 30 million tons per year. So we can monitor as well in the same time each furniture, each point of delivery, a decreasing point, or the decreasing amount of GHG at the moment. Okay, we're working for 3 of the best ESG criteria in our sector: affordable and clean energy, sustainable cities and communities, and climate action. Maybe for first, the 13 is the first one. Okay, the addressable market is really huge. I was speaking about 500 million of meters. The addressable market is around 500 billion, and because each one need energy today for first is a need. So it's a great market only in Europe, and we want to offer it before starting from Italy and then maybe copying in European market. You can go. Okay. How we can decrease the cost per acquisition, making some targeting online campaigns. We want to speak with homeowners or home renters or businessmen or public administration, and we want to use all channel we can, the cheaper way to create more leads to open our marketing campaign, and to have for first as a KPI more users, saving our and our partners' costs. You can go to the traction preview is around for more than 5,000 users in 2 years with online target campaign. And you can go. Yeah, we are working. The next slide is speaking about European grants. We have some advisors that are helping us to help us and our potential customer to find their best way to return of their investment. You can go. We have some few slides. Our business. I can go without slides, Julia, too. The business model is based on commission fee for first licenses and the data achieved by our customer, and commission fee is the first driver for us and for our partners. You can go. I think we are finished. Yeah, we have already around 100 partners in Europe, and we want to grow up fast because the problem that we want to solve is urgent now. And we are searching for financial partners and industrial partners to create an European team, sales team, to impact as well as we can. We are already online, but we are working for a new MVP. We achieved around 30,000 of users in 3 years, but we want to grow up over 500. And this is our financial need. I don't know if it's useful now, but we have a financial need. We are in pre-seed phase, and in the next slide, I think we have our contact. And okay, if you want to know more about our strategy, you can contact me or the other in our website. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ivano. Maybe I can include a slide with your contact details before sending them. Thank you so much for taking the time. I'm sorry if I'm rushing a little bit now, but we are a little bit late, and I know some of you already started the one-to-one meetings. So I wanted to thank all the speakers for joining today. But before you go, you should have received an email with the one-to-one recap 10 minutes ago. In case you need to consult them, you, I don't know, accidentally deleted the email or anything. As I mentioned before, on the matchmaking platform, there is the My Agenda section, and there you find the entire recap of your meetings. If you have any, well, you know, technology sometimes is not perfect. If you're experiencing any type of issues, feel free to contact us at support@partnerall.eu. And we will try to answer as fast as we can. And yeah, for the rest, again, thank you so much to all the participants for taking the time, but also to all the speakers for joining today's session. I hope it was insightful, and enjoy the networking part. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Bye.